All right, we're back again. Another awesome Tuesday edition. We've got our friend Kevin Sumner lurking in the background. We're going to be talking about Castle Crash. We're going to be talking about a bunch of other awesome things tonight. We've got some shit lined up, amazing videos from you guys. Welcome in everybody in chat. Let's bring in the co-hosts, Mr. Danzilla, the Canadian
Hello,
treasure.
everyone.
That's right. You knew it.
How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I'm glad the
Not too
storm's
bad. No, the thunderstorm missed us, but yeah, it's still hot as hell here. It's almost
Perfect.
30 degrees in my cabin right now. So if you see
Wow,
sweat dribbling down my forehead at any point,
well,
no, I'm suffering.
Suffering. Speaking of suffering,
I'm just glad we're not back in the day.
I'm suffering. No,
I'm happy for LED lights. I'll tell you that.
Right. Yeah.
no doubt. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you doing, Koala?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Good. I feel like I'm in
Walla,
the
walla.
80s in my film camera mode tonight, but
Oh, nice.
trying something a little different. I don't know why it's all scaled. I'll try and fix it later on when we get through some videos. Let's bring in Mr. Kevin Sumner. We brought him all the way in here. We had him in the last community hangout. Everyone's always welcome in. But welcome in, Mr. Kevin Sumner, the doer of things and stuff.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, we've got lots of questions for you, and yeah, we've got a couple videos and links we're going to share off later on today about Castle Crash and other things. But yeah, Mr. Kevin Sumner's been heavy moderator around the channels that I've been around for a long time, so that's how I recognized him in the beginning. So it's good to put a face to a name of it, basically, for me and for everybody else, really. It's just cool to meet all these people from all over the world, especially for us Canadians up here, stuck up here technically right now anyway. You guys,
now that I've actually seen Kevin Sumner's face, he's a lot goofier looking than I thought he would
be. I'm sure he says the same about you, Danzilla.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's funny when you see people for the first time.
The wizard beard really got me the first time I saw Dan.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You see him without the beard? Have you seen him without the beard?
No.
Oh,
I imagine he looks like a baby.
I'm strange.
Yeah, go back about like 4
I've gotten to the point now where I've had the beard so long I look weird without it. Like,
Yep.
yeah. Now the beard is the non-natural state.
We got Johnny D in the house. He was in here at 3 o'clock my time. That was like 3 hours ago. That's where everybody is. So
nice.
Johnny D, RC.
Somebody give that guy a cookie.
Hell yeah. I don't know, cookie. Mr. Tobias is in the house. Welcome in, buddy.
Tobias.
Hawk.
Yeah.
King Cleek.
Nice.
And everybody else will be chilling in there. I've seen lots more numbers than those few names, but welcome in everybody that's hanging out, lurking. Well, we start off about where you're from and how long you've been flying drones.
Sure. Let's see. So I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, right outside, actually. And I have been doing FPV specifically since early 2021. Nice. But I've been flying RC long time. Right. Off and on. I never really got serious into it until I got into FPV. And I think that's,
Were you a helicopter guy?
Yeah. Long time ago. Probably like 2012.
Oh, wow.
A buddy and I his mother-in-law bought him a couple of just coaxial helicopters, toy grade helicopters. Mm-hmm. And we flew those suckers around his condo nonstop. We and it was stupid stuff like can you land on the fan blades while they're stopped? Okay, now we're going to turn it on low. Can you land on them on low? And that we destroyed a bunch of parts that way. This was when I lived in California for about 8 years. And he was at.
Were they the air hogs?
No, it wasn't air hogs. It was oh man, I can't even tell you the brand name or something. Started with no, it was some like not quite drugstore type RC stuff, but it was just kind of a step up. It wasn't even like Horizon Hobby type gear, like the low end Horizon Hobby gear.
Doesn't matter what it is. It got you in.
Yeah. Right. To get you in. So yeah, I was living in California at the time. He was out here, and kind of whenever we met up, that was kind of the thing that we did. We would do RC helicopters and so forth.
Nice.
So it was always indoors. So we never got into like big collective pitch or anything like that. We tried stepping up a little bit here and there, and didn't really enjoy it. About 2015, we got the Nano QX, which was a non-FPV quadcopter that Horizon Hobby made.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that one.
And I flew that crap all around the office and all around the house and whatever. It was all line of sight. And I'll tell you what, flying a quad, line of sight, I think we've all done it, and we all kind of hate it. Anybody?
I've only done it for about 5 minutes my entire life. I'm like, nope.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like I flip the oh shit switch now, and it's like, okay, I line of sight until like I can get it to a point where I can land it without destroying everything. Right.
Yeah, I would agree with you up until about last year or the year before that, when I started flying wings and planes and stuff. I started flying at line of sight and getting used to it, and I'm like, wow. I started even pressing like myself, and I'm just like, wow, like, okay. So like this year, like literally, I think last weekend, I built myself a 5-inch line of sight drone.
Yeah,
like straight up, and like it's lights on each side different, and then the props are different color.
Makes sense.
So you just kind of have to.
That's cool.
Go by eye and feel, and get used to it.
I line of sight my first hover test, but that's about it. 8 inches off the ground, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, I only built it because I just wanted something different, and like I just kind of like had all these parts, but I didn't have VTXs to use, so I was like, I'll just build a line of sight drone. Fuck it. I got so many props too, like I could go.
That's a good idea.
Right, I got like a whole shoebox of 5-inch props.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody.
I was gonna say the only time that I really like I can do little line of sight tests just to like do a little hover, or if like it's coming back to me and I want to like hand catch it, I could do that. But the other times that I actually tried to really kind of line of sight it, as soon as I got turned around, all of a sudden, like I'm screwed. I'm like, my controls are backwards. I like all of a sudden I'm setting it to the moon. I have to disarm from like 20 feet up, and I'm just like, shit.
There is a mode I've heard that people can put on their drone so that it, no matter which way you're going, it's the same direction.
It switches direction.
But I don't know how and what that's called. Maybe somebody OG in the chat, like Johnny D, might even know what it is. But it's kind of almost like a headless mode. There you go, off grid. Yeah, I've never done it before. But yeah, there's headless mode.
I think in beta flight it's called head free, maybe.
Yeah, that would come in handy.
You'd need GPS for that, or what? How would it know when it's facing you versus facing away?
I think you would probably need magnetometer. Otherwise, it would probably drift if it's just working off the gyro.
True. Yeah.
But I've never done it, so this is all assumption.
Yeah.
All right. Let's assume this.
Assume away.
Assume.
Yeah.
Assume.
Headless mode. Now that does not mean you're running around with your stuff. That is a mode you can use on these UDIRC drones and many other drones, on this drone and many other drones.
This is definitely a drone I'm going to fly.
What is that drone?
You know how to
I want one.
At times, especially if you don't know exactly what it does. So headless mode effectively makes it easier to fly, and it does that by changing how it flies. So for right now, we're going to say, you're going to be looking from my perspective, and we're going to say that this is the front because it has the camera.
Thanks,
So
Tips.
we're going to put this little sticky note right here pointing towards the front just to further indicate the front, right?
And to get in the way of the propellers.
And let's pretend that it's facing away from you, just like it is for me.
Send it
if you hit the
softly.
forward on the right stick, it's going to move forward, away from you, right?
What in the
Probably have a problem with
Back,
one
it's gonna move
sticky
back
note.
towards you. Same with left and right. Now, what
That's a normal.
headless mode does is it makes it easier to fly, and it takes the sticky note and it suspends it. So it doesn't actually, obviously. What it is doing is making it so that the front of the drone is always facing away from you. So again, the sticky note is facing away from me.
Directly
so it's
into the
always
bin.
staying there no matter
Yeah.
how the drone spins. So let's spin it to there. Let's pretend I spun it this far. Now the
There you
front is
go.
still
That's
right
what
where
fucking headless mode is.
Oh, that's
So
what headless
now
mode
idea.
is. I
There you
get it.
go.
I get
Well,
it.
if you want the rest of the video, too bad. No one wants to see it.
It was a good
But,
definition.
That was the very first link, the very first video that was on there for headless mode. So
There you go.
there you go. That's all you get.
So now I feel like I need to talk about how I've broken my brain over by doing FPV.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think all of us have spent way too much time watching Joshua Bardwell videos. And
Yes.
I have found that like when I'm reading something, I'm like moving quickly. I'm not a speed reader, but like moving quickly and like kind of skimming to get to the good parts about like just tell me what's going on. So I started a while ago. Part of it was consuming content like learning stuff, and then also part of it was like catching up on live streams. I would set it to 1.25x, and then 1.5x, and then 1.75x.
I can't do it.
And now I watch videos in 2x almost exclusively, unless they're like freestyle flying and I'm watching for like just the freestyle flying. I watch them in 2x. Well, now it's gotten to the point where certain FPV creators, actually certain creators generally, because I also watch a lot of like 3D printing and maker kind of stuff. I have an extension in Firefox that allows me to go 3x.
Oh wow,
4x.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
3x is where I start to lose the plot a lot of times.
Right.
But oh man, it saves so much time in my life, like trying to consume all this stuff, because I like primarily, other than like Oscar's website, right? We're pretty much always consuming the stuff through video content.
Yeah.
Video, VODs. So yeah, I have broken my brain, and anybody watching me watch YouTube videos is like, what is wrong? What have you done to yourself? Yeah.
That's wild.
I find myself watching in 2 times, honestly, like for a lot of stuff. Maybe not like necessarily just drone content, but a lot of content. Some people talk really slow, and then there'd be like a 20-minute video that I want to watch not in 20 minutes. So it'll be like 10 minutes or whatever. And it just makes consuming it a lot easier. Yeah.
I'm heavily like a skipper through the thing. Like I'll just hit the
Yeah.
timeline. I'll just
I
skip.
skip.
Like, listening to it, you'll
I
just
love
be
chapter
like,
markers.
the whole time, and you're listening to the video. It's like, what is he doing over there?
Well, I don't know if you guys
Trying
know
to find the information
on the YouTube phone app. If you hold on like the right side of the screen, it like does 2x if you just hold on it.
Really?
I don't know if you guys ever tried that before, but yeah, I'll be like, I'll just be on my phone and I'll just be like holding the right side of my screen just the whole time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is part of the reason why I can't use the YouTube phone app anymore. Is like I need the extra go juice. Yeah, because it's not fast enough anymore.
Yeah.
Is there an app for that?
There has to be. There's got to be other apps.
Yeah.
Good pirate apps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
YouTube Juicer or something.
Vance. Isn't there like YouTube Vanced or something?
That's one. There's Lewis Rossman's. I forget what the name of his thing is. Most of these are Android apps, and I'm an iPhone user for better or worse. And yeah, Apple for whatever reason doesn't like those dirty YouTube apps, extra YouTube apps.
Sideload apps? No.
I think Lewis Rossman's one's like what, Gray J or something, or
that's what it is. Yeah, it's called like Gray J. Yeah.
Were you at Rampage? It seems like it was a family reunion.
I was at Rampage. In fact, I hang out with Lady and Captain Colin and Happy FPV. I got to see Jim Fan Mike, and Ciati was there. Got to see a bunch of folks, a bunch of folks in chat too.
Very cool.
Yeah. I love going to FPV events. You get to meet all kinds of people that you see in chat. You see them like, you're like in chat with them for years and years and years, and then you finally get to shake hands with them and fly with them and stuff. And you're like, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pretty cool.
And then Colin says, "Sorry again for yelling at you like a disgruntled dad at 2 a.m." Awesome.
Nice.
It's all good.
Drank a lot of beer.
There
so.
was- There was a lot of alcohol.
Lady FPV. No, that's just the girlfriend. She's organizing her computer desk setup there, and I've cropped in now.
That's funny.
Mhm.
I noticed you cropped in. I was like, whoa, you jumped in front of us there for a minute.
Yeah, right.
Johnny D says big fires in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was in California.
Oh,
I haven't talked to
Flying
Beans in a
overhead.
while.
I haven't seen Beans
I hope
yet.
he's okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in the chat.
Yeah, he hasn't been around much.
Now that we said his name, say his
Johnny
name 3
D's
times.
got him
Here.
hostage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll pop up.
totally.
Hope everybody's safe out
Beans,
there,
where are you?
So mainly drones. You ever fly anything else? I don't know if I heard you say anything else.
So I've done a little bit of line of sight planes.
Nice.
And I actually have a FPV wing, Ranger T1, fully assembled, ready to go.
Wow.
Haven't had a chance to maiden it yet.
Yeah.
I got the Adam RC Dolphin right
What's
now.
wrong, you
I've
chicken?
totally built,
You're
and I haven't
chicken, aren't
maiden it yet either.
No, it's not chicken. It's just life. I have I have 2 kids.
I know. It's,
Yeah. No, I haven't gotten to fly other than like flying whoops around the house and getting out to go to Rampage. And over the last 6 months or
It
so,
happens.
it feels like I haven't gotten to do anything really.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just sit around and talk about FPV, which is a good enough time. But
yeah.
We always said about skateboarding was like 80% of it wasn't skateboarding. You know, most of it was about learning about it and talking about it and the stoke about it and shit. And that's kind of what FPV is about too.
Yeah, right.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
And smoking the weed.
Talking about FPV is still FPVing. That's funny. There you go. Captain Collins says it's true.
Yeah, hanging out behind the mall by the dumpsters, finding all the ledges.
Right.
I still do that with my drones. I go back there. I'm like, I remember that spot had some cool gaps, man. Fucking hit that awning.
Oh, dude, I can't see a car commercial without thinking, oh, I'd like to fly up that mountain, or a factory that I'd like to power loop. Everywhere I go, everything I look at, I go, ooh, yeah, that'd be fun to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get into this hobby, man, it's like all you have eyes for now. It's like everywhere you go, you're seeing spots, and it's like
gaps and stuff.
Why don't I have my quad with me right now? Damn it!
Right. Right.
Car commercials
I feel like
are the
this
worst
is
for mountains. And
I feel like this is a lot like I read recently, like I think it's Adam Sandler likes to talk about kind of court ice. He plays basketball all the time. So he talks about like when you play basketball regularly, you develop a sense for like what's going on more than just kind of immediately what's in front of you. Yeah. And I think that's true. That also recently was talking to somebody else who is he's like a Pee-wee ref for hockey, and he was saying the same kind of thing. Like once you become a referee, you change the way that you kind of look at the game. You're looking more at kind of the general, you're trying to pay attention to like too many men and like away from the puck infractions and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like FPV, you have kind of a similar sense. Like you walk into a place for the first time and you're like, damn, that gap would be awesome to hit. Oh man, I want to power loop. I want to power loop that awning.
Yeah.
Like same thing when you're watching videos or you're doing you're sitting down to some TV or whatever. Same thing applies, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. It's hilarious.
I think I mentioned it like a couple of weeks ago, actually, but I saw the Coliseum on Rome on TV a while back.
Dude.
The first thing I thought would be that'd be the best bando ever.
Dude. Yeah,
definitely the oldest bando.
The world's best bando.
Yeah, I keep seeing
that's
people
the first
post
thing that popped into my mind.
I keep seeing people posting on like their Instagram stories that are traveling there, and I'm like, damn, they don't even fly drones, and their brain is not even like we are thinking two totally different things. They want to get pizza and whatever, and like I want to fly through those gaps.
Yeah. Those windows. That's what Caesar was thinking when he built those windows. Those arches.
In the future, there will be weird people with strange goggles on their face. Oh man.
Oh, bud.
Dude.
What are you doing in here right now?
Yeah, I would end up in an Italian jail.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure it's totally against the rules.
Oh yeah, well the road's right there too, and well,
It's gonna be booby
It's a busy
trapped.
place. You never go there. It's never busy. It's never not busy too. I've been there. It's quite the tourist place.
yeah, that looks pretty cool.
I'd whoop it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, a tiny would be even a little 65 would be fun.
You wouldn't even know I was there.
no,
You're like a little bug.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we got to send like FPV vegan out there to
yeah.
to gorilla whoop it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
With all this traffic there too, like yeah, you wouldn't even hear a quad because of how all the cars going by. So, damn.
It's busy.
All those just that whole area, like not even just the Coliseum, like there's just so many different.
Oh, all the other ones. I can't even remember what they're called down there. The other giant arches that you see.
Yeah.
So wait, is this a drone shot or is this from like a tall building next door?
This is a drone shot. Yeah.
It's
Something
gotta
like
be,
a DJI style drone.
I mean, clearly you can get some ability to fly near it.
Technique's in the house. What's up, bro?
Nice.
What's up, Technique?
Don't sweat the technique.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty freaking cool. I bet you people have flown FPV there, but probably haven't posted it.
Yeah.
You mean they mysteriously found a SD card? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Moving on.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's the unspoken thing in this hobby, I guess. Well, I guess people speak about it a lot, but yeah.
Fly some sketchy stuff and find an SD card afterward.
Yeah.
That's one segment I want to do on this channel. I think would be super funny. Is just like randomly, it could be one of the people on the panel, or it could be somebody brand new that just joins that we don't know.
Yeah.
And they just have like this little like ghost, like little blacked out silhouette, and like the voice changer thing. And they just like admit that they do something. They show a video into it. It's just like,
yeah, it's like
we could all bring in our.
It's like an anonymous.
We could all bring in our
world.
found SD card footage.
Yeah, FPV.
We can have a found
what did we call it the other
FPV's
time?
anonymous.
Yeah.
Forgot what I called
Confession.
it. Yeah, FPV confessions.
Confession booth.
I think it'd be hilarious. Anyway, yeah, it was a great video. I can't find any other videos other than just videos of flying around it.
Forgive me, Father, I've sinned. I said it was 400 feet when really it was 400 meters.
Oh. Yeah.
It's funny.
It's a little hard to do that here. The place where I usually go and fly, it's a pretty large empty open field, but it's directly in the flight path for the airport nearby, and so the 400-foot ceiling is a 400-foot ceiling because they're coming through there at just about 1,000.
There's no point in being a dick and breaking it.
Yeah, right.
There's no point in being that guy.
Yeah.
Keep it under. You can still have a shit ton of fun under 400 feet.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like most of the fun happens. Majority of the fun in this hobby happens like under like 100 feet.
I think that's true.
Easily. Yeah. You have to try to go above 400, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're in the mountains, but then again, you're only a few meters above the ground, so you're fine.
Yeah. I think it only counts. I think it only counts as above ground.
Totally.
Not sea level.
Right.
Marcel be screwed. Marcel's like 16 kilometers up.
And all that cool shit with the Coliseum, and then also talking about flying high. Let's talk a little bit about the castle crash.
Tell us. It's coming up
for us.
What's the date on that again? July?
It's the last weekend of August, first weekend of September. I forget the exact dates. I'm a bad. It's actually if you scroll down a little bit on that page, it's
almost Labor Day. The week before Labor Day.
Yeah,
August 30th.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is our third year. This is my first year as a director. It's been, I was there last year. It was great last year. I think we're going to have a better year this year. And I think that's the trajectory we just want to maintain, is getting better every year. We do it for the community. So we try really, really hard to do things that people want to put on events that people want to see and participate in. Make it easy for people to get in. And we would love to have the entire FPV world if we could. I need Star Trek teleporters so that we can snap our fingers and everybody can show up same day for the the price of a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
It's good. We have some special guests coming on this year. Zoe is we're getting Zoe out this year. Ciati's coming. Shelby will be there. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Yep. I bugged him last year about it, but we finally got him this year.
In the chat.
Good.
Yeah. Hit the link, castlecrash.org. That'll take you to Fly High's website. He's got tickets there right now. It's going to be a good time. If you can make it, South Carolina.
Looks like it.
Kind of out in the middle of nowhere, South Carolina, which is a good thing for us, because it means that people don't bug us.
It's always good.
It's going to be a good time.
How far is it from Myrtle Beach? Just curious.
Ooh, Myrtle Beach. It's a handful of hours drive from Myrtle Beach. So it's closer to, if you know anything about South Carolina, it's much closer to Augusta. So if you're familiar with the professional golf circuits, it's like 30 minutes away from Augusta.
Oh, okay.
It's about an hour and a half from Columbia.
Has a nice beach and shit. That's what I'm wondering, is how close it is to a nice sandy beach and stuff.
No. It's much closer to the mountains. It's closer to the Appalachian Mountains than it is to the beach.
Okay.
I think it technically qualifies as foothills at this point.
Okay.
But
cool.
It's very short to
4 hours. Okay.
It's actually a 4-hour drive.
They make
for
the
me,
moonshine.
So. We don't talk about the moonshine. Or any other
woods out there.
Anything else that happens in the woods? What happens in the woods stays in the woods.
It was I found it. This moonshine was on a found SD card.
I found this SD card floating in my moonshine. Wait, that's not what I was supposed to say.
Anything else anybody else should know about Castle Crash? Any details? Looks like we got some drone requirements and all that stuff, but the basics.
Yep. So everything is going to be on the page that folks need to know. But in terms of your drone, your quads, you want to make sure that you come and can switch channels. That is priority number one, especially for folks that are running. It's easier for DJI and Walksnail, but if you're coming with HD0 or analog, you need to be able to switch channels pretty efficiently. You need to make sure that they fail safe and you don't cut up somebody's face. Nobody wants to go to the hospital at a drone event, right? Other than that, if you don't know how, we have how to even build a quad. We have a build area and a bunch of people that are hanging out, helping, willing to help and talk you through building the quad or fixing your quad sometimes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. This is Kong's video, isn't it?
Whoa.
I think so. Was that Ken Aaron's police car?
Yeah. So Power Loop the Popo. I think that's coming back again this year. Ken lets us power loop his cop car.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not let anybody power loop my car at all. I wouldn't want anybody to be getting near my car with a drone.
Yeah, but that's his cop car. It's a drone car.
True. Yeah. I've seen people's windshields get smashed when they're flying a little too close to people's cars.
Oh, yeah?
So that's
Can happen.
Zoe's here.
What's up, Zoe?
Hey, Zoe. What's up?
Speaking of 3D,
Yeah. So the theme of this year is all 3D.
Sweet.
That's why Zoe is so prominently featured in our material this year, because if you don't know how to fly 3D, or you're kind of 3D curious, Castle Crash is a good time to try it out. Yep.
I've been 3D curious my whole life. Just recently I got the right props, and now I can fly 3D just like the pros. Yeah.
I think we're bringing back night painting. You saw some night painting pictures there. We had a big bonfire last year. I'm expecting that to be there again. Kong spin, that's the cage. So they put you, Kong's in chat right now. Well, we put you in a box that's suspended by a chain from a tree or a post, and you spin. You get spun while you fly a quad through a small set of obstacles. There's like a very limited amount of stuff. And man, if you've ever flown from a car, it's 1,000 times worse than that.
Our swing challenge.
Exactly.
I have a question. Do you like the bonfire with a 6S battery? Tell me you do. Somebody must have killed a battery during the day that you just gotta put a nail in and throw in and have the ceremonial kablooey.
It's a very long cord, and we charge it to 5 volts per cell.
There you go. Just wait for it to pop.
No, I think it's been a torch every year, but I'm taking that suggestion with me, Dan.
Somebody's gonna kill a battery,
right? Like I said, tickets are on sale now. We also just opened up volunteer invites, so we need volunteers. We are, I think we're about half full of volunteers right now, but we need a lot more. To do things like run the check-in desk, run the front flight line, or run the flight lines, help out with like moving stuff around, and then we have setup and teardown days. There's a Google form.
Can I share that link?
Yeah. Drop that link in chat. Anybody that wants to can sign up. Everything is detailed in the top section there about what we need and what we're expecting out of our volunteers. And then it gets you a free pilot pass for working, special dog tag, and some other cool stuff.
Right.
Nice. I just saw in the chat a bit ago, King Keek's gonna drive from Wisconsin all the way to all the way down there. And 980 miles each way, which I looked it up, is it's like a 15-hour drive one way. That's dedication.
Talk about King. Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Who else? Oh, Fun Per Volt's in chat. He's the one that's customizing our dog tags. I think through the end of this month, if you get either sign up for volunteer work or sign up for tickets, you will get a custom engraved dog tag, courtesy of Fun Per Volt.
Fuck yeah, Fun Per Volt. Puff pass. Shelby Bull's in the house.
Hey, what's up, Shelby?
We're gonna talk.
I forgot to tell you guys.
Comp later on this channel. But what's up, Dan?
Oh, I was gonna say, it's so freaking hot in here. I have my gangly fan blowing on me beside my desk here.
Nice. Hell yeah. You probably also have your 3D printer running at the same time.
No, she's been off for a couple of days. It's not. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
So Dan,
I have 2 giant monitors and a computer. It's blowing up heat.
Dan, so that you know, there is a 3D print or 3D model file of the new indoor fan that the fan shroud that Noctua just released, and it basically turns it into a desk fan, and it's a Noctua fan that's it's a Noctua fan in the gangly fan. So yeah, you should definitely check it out if you're just feeling a little hot.
The thing's quiet, It makes no sound whatsoever.
It's a Noctua fan in there.
Yeah. I just have it on a 12 volts power supply. I don't even know how many volts it can take. I did plug it into 24.
It takes 12.
I did plug it into 20
and a little more.
I did plug it into 24, and it was going pretty freaking fast. And I was like,
I wouldn't run that long.
No, I put it on the 12.
So that's funny. Well, we've got some awesome videos lined up for you guys. So I had to wait too long because we've got like 30-something videos lined up. Really good ones. They're all fairly short, but let's get into the old
Ooh.
EBR video to start us
EBR.
off, even though
Nice.
kind of didn't really start us off, it kind of did. Let's let it rip, EBR. Googly
EBR,
eye
wonky
time.
nip. Wonky nips. Not googly eyes. Wonky nips. That'd be a great name for a band. EBR and the wonky nips.
The
Sounds like a ska band.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah,
like
for
me
sure.
first and the gimme gimmies.
Yeah.
EBR and the wonkiness.
Curtis Hayes, we pre-picked the videos from today's post on YouTube and Discord. So if you want to post in the Discord, we can get you on the next Tuesday.
Z-Bones is here too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Z-Bones is in the process of coming up with some sick obstacles for us. I'm not going to spoil any of them, but they're going to be lit, both figuratively and
Z-Bones.
literally.
Z-Bones has that spot in the forest that Bob was going to, right?
I think that's his spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool little spot, man.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, does everybody here fly Crossfire, or do you guys fly ELRS, or
both?
ELRS.
I switched
to everything.
I switched to Express LRS 2 years ago and never looked back.
Mm-hmm.
I had 100% of my quads, except for my tiny whoops at the time, on Crossfire.
Yep.
And after some weird fail safes and a session of plugging in and nothing was bound, I started looking at Express LRS, and I just haven't looked back.
Right.
Weird. Yeah, no doubt.
I started with Crossfire and I switched to ELRS for the most, I don't know, vain reason ever. I hated the long Crossfire antennas. I went through so many of them. I cut so many with my props because they're the exact width as your 5-inch quads props.
That's not vanity,
like every
man.
crash, I would like nip one. And I was just like, screw it. I want little antennas. I went to ELRS.
That's not vanity.
And
that's practicality. Because you chop one of those, you can chop those antennas if you don't secure them just right. You do a hard flipper roll, and like you haven't placed it just exactly perfect. Like you cut it.
G-forces even will pull it in. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I've never actually
and every time.
I never really busted up a Crossfire antenna. I never busted up an Immortal T really. Like I
have twice, but not very often.
I feel like every time that I go
still
to
have
an
all
event,
my original
tons.
I still have all my original ELRS ones. I've never had to change one.
I mean, you can get the mini Mortal T's, I guess.
Those are great. Those I tried those for a while. The range on them is terrible.
Oh, really?
It's truly terrible. Yeah. They're fine if you're doing like in the house, but even in line of like clear line of sight in the field, I was having issues with them. And if I ever dipped even the slightest bit behind a hill, they would fail safe immediately.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They were bad.
That's crazy.
Well, I did 5 kilometers this week with my 7-inch.
Nice.
And my ELRS never dropped like a percentage.
No.
5 kilometers, it was always big. Like the number wags around a little bit, but it was always right on.
Yeah.
Like,
do you run diversity on your 7-inch or?
Yeah, I have the Radio Master True whatever it is. Yeah, TD.
The True Diversity.
Yeah. 24 TD or whatever. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so in my goggles it tells me which one it's getting the information from, antenna 1, antenna 2. I thought that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
You can see when you turn the quad, when you're going one way in front of you, it's on one way, and you turn around and you see the number change.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting fail safes. It's my Express LRS. It's the Beta FPV module with quick transition. I forget what. I think it's a Beta Flight, or not Beta Flight, a Beta FPV RX in it as well. I'm not sure.
The Beta FPV and the Happy Model modules, the early ones, they start to lose They start to degrade after about a year. I've heard a lot of reports about them.
That's that temperature controlled oscillator thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So there was in the early days, there was this issue where temperature will it'll make the crystal oscillator vibrate faster or slower. And if they aren't using the in-spec crystal oscillator, which is obviously more expensive, the manufacturer's hardware will will either start out of spec, or as the electronics get warmer, which it turns out, when a lot of people mount their RXs on top or right below their VTXs, and heat's an issue.
That's right.
They'll fail safe and fall out of the air. I actually got bit on about $100 worth of receivers because of this. Most of it it's mostly been fixed now. So if you pick up a decent module, especially from like Radio Master makes excellent gear. And so if you pick up a module from them, maybe that'll solve your issue.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I definitely want to.
One thing I try to do. I try to. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are nice.
You're trying to do what?
Oh, I was gonna say with my FPV stuff, I always try to get the best. I don't want to sound like a snob. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not rich by any means, but like I try to stay away from the cheapo ones, and it's served me well so far. I haven't had a lot of hardware failures out and out. I've never had an ESC just randomly blow up or
what's the thing everybody likes to say? Buy once, cry once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit of truth to that. Not always, but a bit of truth to that.
Yeah, I've never really cheaped out. I don't know. When it comes to anything tech wise, like I don't really like to cheap out if I don't have to. Yeah. I mean, I want to get the best experience that I can. So like, if I got to fork out an extra, chunk of change to know that, then like I'll do so. I mean, that's why another reason. Like, I mean, I've only ever flown Crossfire. It's always worked for me. Yeah. I got a bunch of receivers that I've got the Tango 2. It's working just great for me. So
how many times have you had a fail safe, Koala?
0.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I picked Crossfire when I started after doing my research and watching JB videos. Crossfire was the best protocol there was. And you're right. It's push button. It's easy as hell. It's extremely reliable.
Yeah.
But it is more pricey, right?
It is. Yeah.
So.
Well, actually,
I like the pricey part of it because you can trust it. If it was cheap, I'd be like, I don't know about this thing. Yeah. Why is it $20 all of a sudden?
I don't know if y'all have noticed the price of Crossfire receivers has at least the places that I shop has come down a little bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Except for the US made ones, which are now
those are all like $100.
What?
Yeah. There's the.
Why do they do that? Is that just to be under the FCC radar or something?
No, there's it's called the NDAA. It's called the NDAA. It's a act passed a law in the United States.
Right. I was watching about this recently.
Yeah, it basically prioritizes using U.S. made components in military and governmental applications.
Yeah.
And so if you have to fly for the government, or if you're a contractor flying for the government or whatever, you may be subject to those rules, and you have to buy stuff that's made in America.
Right. The blue list or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember if blue list if the blue list is the same thing, but yeah. What is this?
Well, I think we've got that.
Yeah, the only
hell is that?
So actually, I guess I lied. I have fail safed once with Crossfire, but it was when so it was on a 4S build, but I was using a 3S battery, and I basically sagged to shit. And then what do you expect is going to happen? Nothing had power at one point when I flew the battery too low. So I don't really know if it's necessarily a fail safe, more so a brownout.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that.
More brownout.
Yeah. And of course, it was on top of a roof of like a Brando, and I was like, "Oh, perfect."
Great.
But the weird thing was like the battery recovered a bit, like it crashed, and then I walked closer to it, and basically the sag kind of went away, and I was able to rearm and fly off. But I was like, okay, I'm never using that again.
Yeah, don't do that.
But actually, one thing that was kind of strange right now that I've noticed is Is everybody here flies Beta Flight? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I used to fly Emu Flight back in the day, but now it's pretty much, I think, non-existent. Really, all pilots' minds.
Yeah. Well,
so it's the thing that just kind of people don't use anymore, really, as far as I know.
But so because I fly Kiss Ultra, and the basically Alexander Fedorov, the guy who makes Kiss Ultras, like he basically stands behind Crossfire V2. There's V2, V3, and whatever, like the different versions or whatnot. And basically on all the newest firmwares, even if your transmitter is like, the firmware is outputting V3, it wants like V2 version by default with Kiss Ultra. And the weird thing is on V2 with Kiss Ultra, the LQ, like the 100% or whatever, it stays at 100% like the whole time. But for some reason on V3, the number like dances around a lot. And I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys have any idea what that might be, but you don't get any fail safes, or you don't get any issues, but the LQ number just like bounces around so much where it almost gets distracting on Crossfire V3 versus V2.
Is it
maybe it's just a finer resolution of data? You know what I mean? Maybe it's not rounding so much, or maybe the thing is faster.
Do you have the config the same? Like you're flying 50 hertz or 150 hertz, or are you allowing it to auto select?
So I'm on the Tango 2, so I'd have to check what my settings are, but I didn't change the settings between like switching between say V2 or V3. But I mean, I guess I could ask Alexander like if he's got a more in-depth reason why he chooses V2, but I do think that's part of it, because on my 7-inch quad, which it has the diversity receiver, it's an older receiver now, right? So it runs on the basically Crossfire V2, and I've never seen anything but 100% link quality on that quad. Yeah. But I guess maybe diversity is a part of that too. So I don't know.
I'm wondering if in V3 they moved the threshold for when if you're set to auto when it switches from 150 and drops down to 50. Yeah. Because there's a threshold of I'm gonna probably a simplification, but like LQ and signal to noise and whatnot, where it will switch where it downgrades. Yep. And I'm wondering if they're trying to hang on longer to 150.
True.
In 3.
So then the number starts going down, and then it might switch, and then
and then your LQ will jump back up when you drop to 50, right? Because it gets more sensitive, or it's more sensitive to 50.
Fucking right, 9. Awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes. Oh, Off Grid said only time they fail save with ELRS is when antenna got torn off. Yeah, well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder why. I wonder why that happened.
Fun Revolt says, I fried one ESC, a Mamba with small FETs. Lesson learned. It's full-size FETs from there on. I got to add to that, when you start recognizing like name brand FETs versus like cheap crap FETs, like you've seen too many ESCs. Like
you've been in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're gonna get some fly going on here. We go.
There you go.
Here's
El
the link.
Renegado.
Yeah, this is Renegade, also known as Optimized Drone. They have a live stream right after Shelby Voles stream on Sundays. I think he started just halfway through Shelby Voles stream or something. He goes live with Gank Multirotors. If you haven't heard of Gank Multirotors, he's the guy who has all those frames. Gank Mutiny, Gank Nemesis down there in Texas. Supports a lot of racing pilots and a lot of whoop pilots. Renegade is his sidekick, his bro, his homie. And he also does awesome 3D printing and shit. Let's check them out. Gank is the man, great frames, big time. It took me almost 4 years or 3 years maybe to break an arm on the Gank Mutiny frame that I got. And I'm thinking about getting another arm for it, but
nice.
Maybe. I gotta build another 5-inch soon for that ad brace. It's coming up mid-August, so
Nice.
which I'm also looking for another pilot. I was talking to DJ Hex. Maybe he'll come out if he's recovered from his injuries and stuff he's dealing with.
Yeah.
But definitely need somebody. So looking at you two guys too, if you want to come out here for a couple of days and fly $400 a day.
Oh wow!
So
pretty good day, right? I'd pay for my flight.
Yeah, I would. But yeah, let me know.
Right in the trunk.
Very interested.
I got a bunch of other events coming up too during the longboard chasing, filming shit. So there's a bunch of races coming up all over BC, all over the southern coast, and all over even in Washington State if I can get across the border. So,
oh fuck yeah,
we'll see. So this video is Open IPC from Mario FPV. This is the first little 4K video he's showing off on a nice overcast day. This is DVR.
I need him to do some.
Looks good.
I need him to do some like Rosser and Madstech style latency testing on OpenIPC because my understanding is it's like double or triple what DJI's worst is right now, which is just, unless you're doing like slow cinematic flying, that's just too much for me.
Yeah, it's like trying to fly through like the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, I'm interested though. Yeah.
Well, man, we had him on Let's Drone Out.
Right,
I don't know, like
a while back
or something like that. Maybe a year ago or something. And
when he first started, though, kind of.
The hardware has really changed form factor. Let's say that before it was like the size of like a brick, and now it's what you'd expect in I think so. It's pretty cool. But like you said, if the latency is like ridiculous, then it's going to be tough for anything more than just cruising.
Yeah, I think back then it was called Open HD, and now it's Open IPC or something too. I think it's changed names a little bit.
There's some relationship between those two projects, but they're still separate projects. Like Open HD still wants to build an FPV link. You just don't hear as much about it. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was some kind of behind the scenes kerfluffle. I don't really, if I like remember hearing anything correctly, but to me, man, it seems really freaking cool. Like, because obviously, open anything is like that's
open source. Yeah,
and I mean, we all just got messed up on the last round of closed source stuff, right? The BL Heli 32 stuff.
Oh, geez,
and we're all looking for solutions because, like, I'm following the ticket. There's an issue on GitHub on their GitHub right now that Mad opened, that Ian opened, about 2 weeks ago. And the developers have commented that they're wanting to figure out how to get people onto at least the last one that they released.
Yeah.
But there are so many people that are talking about they're stuck on 32.9, 32.8, even 32.7
I don't even know what I'm on.
Yeah,
mine all work right now, so I'm pretending I'm not. I don't. There's no problem.
If it works, don't touch it. Leave it. Yeah.
When there is a problem, they're garbage. Just kidding.
Yeah, my long range
sounds like. That's how it sounds like we're at right now, right? Like if I have to, update or flash my ESC at any point, you can't, right? There's nothing. I can't even. Refresh the version that's on there.
I heard if you take some blue paint to it and then like put a different name on it, it will actually flash to an AM32, no problem.
That's the unlock, huh?
I'll try that.
Yeah.
Color
code.
You have to say good night and tuck it in nicely and say sweet dreams to it.
So, who does have good AM32 ESCs available right now? SkyStars does.
Almac would know.
There are only 3 vendors that I'm aware of with them right now. Obviously, pretty much all of them have them in the works. But SkyStars is probably the best known. Beans is flying SkyStars AM32, from what I understand. There is Neutron RC. I'll leave that at that. And then the new TBS stack, the Lucid stuff, is AM32 based. I have other concerns about that stack, but choice for AM32 makes total sense.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the only thing, I guess, going forward, right? I mean, you can still buy BL Heli 32, and it's still going to work, but whatever version's on it is what's on it. And I mean, if it depends on when, like I said, it'll depend on the stock, like how long a store's been holding on to it. It'll depend like on those certain things where
all these vendors are screwed too, because now all these AM32s, they're going to be stuck with their, I think, BL Heli.
I guess people will still buy BL Heli 32 stuff while it's in stock because it will still work. I don't think it's like I don't think it's much of a thing like it's not going to work. It's just that you can't update.
Pay attention to what versions. Pay attention to what versions installed before you buy it.
32.9.
I always have anyway.
I think it was original 32.9 had some pretty bad bugs in it, and they released 32.9.1 and 32.9.2 to fix some of them.
Yeah, on my 7-inch on my long range quad it's my first quad actually that I've ever had to have a BL Heli 32 ESC. I've only ever had basically just like the KISS ESCs and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'm on 32.9, but that's actually like what the recommended one is for KISS Ultra. So
interesting.
It is. I gotta remember though. It's been a while. It's been almost I don't know how long, but it's been a while since I actually checked what I'm on.
Yeah. So how they updated BL?
Yeah, Rotor Village only has SkyStars and Neutron RC AM32 ESCs currently.
Yeah. I am aware of some specific manufacturers that already have stuff in the works, but like I said, those are the only few.
I'm sure they're scrambling, right?
Yeah.
Like these, like SkyStars is positioned to make some good money, I think. You know what I mean? Because they kind of one of the only regulars in the game.
The real tough part is that
I've heard good things about them.
The flashover.
Forgot to pay the hydro bill or what? What's going on over there?
I was just on a different. I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out which firmware version I was on, or which.
Gotcha.
Did it go really dark all of a sudden?
Yes.
Yeah, you were dark as all hell.
Yeah. That's my displays camera. It's like probably, I don't know, 12 years old. Can't do too well.
Harry Haggis ripping some packs at a race here.
Harry Haggis.
Harry Haggis rip. I don't know who he is.
That's a British man, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's a British dude, I think.
They're Scottish.
Yeah.
Haggis is Scottish.
Definitely UK flags on the race course.
Yeah. I recognize him. I recognize the name from Let's Drone Out. He's definitely been in the Let's Drone Out community.
Here's the link.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fun purple. You need to make a t-shirt. Forever 32.9.
32.10 had only been out like a month or two.
Not that long.
Right?
Not that long.
After I heard that like things were going to start happening, I sat down on, I think I heard on a Friday, I sat down on a Saturday night, and literally every one of my ESCs I sat down and flashed. And that's like my spares and everything else. So everything I own is right now on 32.9, but I've started looking at flashing those over to AM32, and it is non-trivial. If you're used to doing like Arduino stuff, it's like makes total sense, but
you can convert a BL Heli 32 to an AM32.
Yeah.
Like
assuming there's a target for it, you have to do an FTDI adapter. So if you come from the old school and flashed in the SC and the way back, it's basically the same sort of thing. Or if you did took a immersion RC Ghost receiver or what's the other stuff? FreeSky R9 gear and flashed it over to Express LRS, it's the exact same thing. They all run the STM32 chipsets or AT32 chipsets.
No thanks.
And you just
I'll
have
wait to buy an AM32.
Right. it's like if you're really wanting to fall down a technical hole, this is a good one to fall down. But
sounds like too much work.
Otherwise, just wait. Just wait.
And when I first got into the hobby, my buddy Jack from the UK actually like sent me an FTDI adapter and like some of this like just like archaic like USB random weird shit and like with the connector pins and all this stuff. I'm just like, what the hell am I going to use this for, dude? Like,
It's like from
But
the
there
70s
actually
or
was
something?
there was a time that I had to use it once,
Mhm.
and so it was a good thing that I had it. So
Yep.
yeah,
There
shout out
you
to
go.
Jack right until I fly, man.
It's funny. Quads has gotten me into so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've always been into tech. Like, you know, my day job is working on high scale computer systems.
Yep.
Yeah.
But FPV got me into more of kind of the embedded stuff.
Yep.
Like I work on servers, and it's just a totally different world. Learning about like,
I bet.
yeah, learning about kind of how the flashing process works and how you know how you program these things. Because like Betaflight, like the Betaflight configurator and all the configurators simplify this so much for us. But then when you drop down kind of a layer and start to learn about like, oh, what are these individual pads? Like, what's a clock pad? What's a reset pad? You like, then it's like opening a door onto a whole other hobby. Same thing with 3D printing.
3D printing, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, that's why I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet, because the FPV in itself is a freaking rabbit hole. So yeah.
3D printing was one of those things where it's like, when I started FPV, I was like, I need to wait on this. I need to like do my time on learning like just the basics in FPV first before I jump over to 3D printing.
Totally.
But, yeah, it was like 9 months.
I wanted a 3D printer long before I got into FPV, and FPV was my excuse to finally get one. It's like, well, I need one now.
20 years ago, 15 to 20 years ago, I was working in a physics department at the university that I attended as a Unix sysadmin, and the shop got a 3D printer, like an old school.
Way
well,
back
at the
when.
time, you know, it was state of the art then, but it was like, you know, tens of thousands of dollars. 3D printer, only does ABS. Like, you're lucky if your part sticks to the bed. Like
10 millimeters a second.
But it's like, dude, this is so cool. Like, we could do all kinds of stuff. And so the grad students were all super stoked on it. They all had their like SolidWorks loaded up, and they were like trying to figure out how to draw a square or draw a cube, right?
Nice.
And then fast forward to, you know, I guess I started 3D printing about 6 months after I got into FPV, 9 months or so after I got into FPV. And
look at that beard. You got extended there, Ganzilla.
Fuck yeah, 10.
Beautiful.
Tailspin.
This is Tailspin, yeah. Another British guy, but he's out in Spain now. Super cool, dude.
That's cool.
Always
You didn't
ripping.
attack me during the fight. What's that?
Meow.
Brought his cat with him.
Huh.
I saw a rabbit. Did you guys see the rabbit when he was flying? There was a little rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yashin EV 300s, man, those are old school goggles.
Yeah.
But they're
Sorry,
good.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, Kevin.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I started.
Fundervold had a great question there.
Uh-huh.
Does AM32 have music?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't have an ESC with AM32 on it yet.
You have to ask Almac.
Yeah, Almac is the
All right.
AM32.
He's been playing with it for like weeks already.
I think Beans has it. Beans could tell you probably.
Beans.
Yeah, there's been a few. It's been out, so it is a known thing.
And I think Almac was using AM32 ESCs even before this whole debacle.
Tell us, Beans.
Dear Beans.
Can I just say this fucking sunset beach shot is gorgeous.
Hell
Motherfucker.
No, this sucks, dude. I hate this. This is I'm just kidding. Oh, it's so nice. Like, the color grade is really nice.
Yeah.
It's the spot too, man. Holy crap.
I wonder
If
what
Tailspin's not the rocket car guy, I don't know who he is, man.
Oh yeah, the rocket car.
Yeah.
Almost exactly the same.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder where this is, what location this is. Huh.
Let me see. It feels Spanish or Mexican or
It feels Spanish.
It feels like, how do you know? Like,
it does. It feels like Spain.
It's the color grade tricking you. It's the Hollywood cinema tricks.
right. It's like
say-
every Hollywood movie where they're in Mexico, it's immediately brown.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I'm just saying he's from Switzerland. So I'm guessing he goes to like Spain or Portugal for beach holidays. It doesn't look very Italian.
How do you know that
Right?
that's not like the coast of Iceland in the middle of summer?
I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think anywhere on the coast looks like that.
Yeah.
I see. The thing is, Iceland is volcanic, so it's mostly
so it's all
black
black.
sand and
Yeah,
black
yeah.
rock.
Yeah, you got me there.
Gotcha.
All right, fine. Ireland in the summer.
I've never seen anything that looks like that in Ireland. But
Greece in the
Yeah,
spring.
could be Greece
yeah,
for sure.
could be Greece. Could be
Looks
Greece.
like Florida to me.
Yeah,
downtown
Florida,
downtown Tampa.
Florida,
Behind
Mexico.
Walmart, just right behind Walmart, bro.
Fun for Volt. Doesn't matter. All FPV footage is now shot in Mexico.
It's true.
I don't
No longer Florida. This totally looks like Mexico.
I don't think I'll ever want to go to Tampa. It just sounds and looks like the worst place on earth.
Tampa.
So funny that I was born in Tampa.
Oh, cool.
I have a lot of
Oh,
family
there you
still
go.
in Tampa.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, right?
I know. It's just
What's wrong with this guy?
it's just this imagination, the picture I have in my mind's eye of Tampa.
Yeah.
It's just like, I've built it up to be everything I hate, but I'm sure I know nothing about Tampa.
It's mossy, hot, and humid, but I will say, like, Cuban sandwich. Yeah.
You had me at sandwich.
Dude, I know the way to a man's to Dan's heart. It's directly through the stomach.
Right
Nah,
now,
yeah.
Tampa's the best cam girls here.
Hell yeah.
I don't know about that.
Right now, I'm all awesome joke.
That was a close call on that treetop there.
Woohoo.
These guys are ripper, man. This is some of the nice flow.
Oh, Koala, we got to go to Sudbury and fly that abandoned hospital.
Yeah, that place
All the
looks
colors.
sick, dude. That place looks really cool.
Isn't that amazing? Holy shit.
Why? I mean, I'm just curious why the hell they would paint something like that, though. Like,
All the children's hospitals are all painted.
They thought it wouldn't be an eyesore because it was abandoned, and now everybody hates it anyways. Apparently, it's Canada's biggest mural. If you don't look, Google Sudbury abandoned hospital mural. I guess you'll see the picture.
Yeah, honestly, it just looks like they just like color blocked it. I guess if you look,
the whole building's just a rainbow. It's a rainbow, just a
St.
splotchy
Joseph
rainbow. It's pretty
Hospital.
cool. Mm-hmm.
It's got 13 Google reviews at 4.6 stars. Come on, man.
There you
go. The only thing is, like the only thing I can see about flying that spot is like you could kind of dive it, and then you have a little power loop at the emergency bay at the.
Yeah, there's probably not too much. I didn't look too deeply at it was any good to fly. I just saw the colors and was
the colors are. It's unique.
That'd be some nice footage.
Yeah,
doing some wall rides on those colors.
Oh, that was a nice dive.
Yeah, I love those little corners of the buildings there. These are fun spots, like office parks on a Sunday when you have the parking lots with the trees and the building. Yeah. Oh,
Beans is in chat.
Yeah,
we brought him in.
I told you. I said if you see Beans' name 3 times, he appears in the mirror behind you.
Like 300 times.
Beans, the burning question from chat is: does AM32 do music?
Yeah. Does it have music?
It's the only important feature.
Do 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 do. That's mine. Hey, CMYK's here too.
Yeah, but CMYK has been here for a bit, lurking. He's
I'm sorry, I missed you, brother. He's lurking.
Boom. Here we go.
Yep, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, there it is.
Although I was looking at some like close up Google whatever stuff of the fence, and that's not a really good fence to be able to climb. It's very triple barbed wiry.
Triple barbed wire.
I guarantee you there's a gap in it somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone's gone there with a set of snippers, I'm sure.
Right
that
over
looks
there.
so crazy though. I mean,
there. Yeah.
Can you imagine that giant wall ride over that?
How much did
That'd
it
be
cost
amazing.
to paint that?
Right,
I
right.
want to know.
Right, 9's on point.
Yeah.
It's a lot of paint.
Yeah.
And it's all lead
For
paint.
sure.
Too. Let's go.
It's all lead paint.
Just bring your brown bags. And
Yeah.
Just like scrape off the wall.
Even
But
carbon cages. Holy.
oh my
Christ.
gosh! I got the colors out
Oh.
there. Yeah, we haven't seen Carbon much lately, have we?
Yeah,
He was here last week.
I
was
saw him
it?
last week in chat. I don't know about when here, but he's been around.
Okay.
Oh, Johnny D called beans. That's why.
Oh, Cage had a premiere last week of his he put together a reel
Yeah,
for school
right.
or something like that.
Oh, nice.
So I was talking to him there. He had a live premiere.
Cool. All right. Well, the last segment of this, well, not the last segment, but it should be, is this freestyle competition that you hosers in the America can do what we can't. But let's talk about it. I mean, why not, right?
We're not invited to the party?
Competition going on, and you guys can partake it by ripping some fucking awesome packs. I don't know how it goes, but maybe this video will tell us. This is wall
I'm not
banging.
sure how it's structured. I think they have judges, so I think there's challenges and judges.
Nice.
Getting all judgy.
Whoa. Yeah, wallbangers are ripper.
Wait, I think
eh?
Zoe's a judge, isn't she? I think Zoe's one of the judges.
Everybody's the judge.
Oh shit.
Your mom's a judge.
What's up, guys?
They got
I'm
sponsors.
And
Here we
the
go.
last little clip that you guys
There we
saw
go.
was me flying and practicing for the Freestyle X Comp coming up on June 3rd.
Freestyle X Comp.
Okay.
Cool.
That's the freestyle competition that the crew is putting on. And our videos are due June 23rd by 9:30 p.m. Today's the 16th. I got 5
Sunday.
days to get this video done. So if you guys aren't out there flying yet, get out there flying, get your packs in, get your videos ready, get entered on our website. There will be a link. Get entered on our website and check out the FXC. We got all kinds of great sponsors from Fly High, Fly Tribe, Gym Fan, VCI, I Love Drones.shop, Tattoo. Come on, guys. You guys can win some great prizes. I hope you guys enter. I hope you guys get into the open or pro class, 2 classes. So enter in, go check out the website, get your videos done. Wallbangers out of here. Thanks, guys.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Are they just
Awesome.
Are they just looking for a general freestyle video?
There's I just dropped the link in our chat. If you want to drop it in actual YouTube chat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think where was it? I did see it. What the heck? There's definitely some they have some rules and whatnot, but yeah, it's only for Americans, if you're in the 48 states.
Yeah,
I think they're
complained about
starting
it on Shelby Bowl's last stream.
their first time out. They're doing it just the lower 48.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with shipping logistics for the prizes. Is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So they're
getting batteries over here is pretty much a nightmare anyway.
right,
So
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
If I had lots of money, I'd sponsor the Canadian winners shipping if I had lots of money. Just to let us, you know what I mean? Because I always feel like we get left out sometimes up here.
Well, we're tiny demographic.
Yeah, we're a tiny bit of the market for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's expensive to ship up here.
I mean, outside flying weather is what, like 3 months out of the year for y'all?
I mean,
If it's not
maybe.
snow, it's bugs.
Yeah, it's
Right
like
now, the mosquitoes are finally fading. So the black flies are done. Mosquitoes are fading a little bit. You know, we'll see how they do over the next week.
Yeah.
I'd say
Late
it's
summer
like
is the best up here.
April to April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You could fly in October, and even maybe, I guess depends on which part of the country you're in, but maybe even sometimes in November too, because in southwestern Ontario
West
here,
Coast,
the weather is like one day it'll be super hot, the next day it'll be snowing. So it's.
Yeah.
I mean, but what is the
winter's been a lot milder too.
Right, but what's the flying season for like Sask?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, no clue.
You have to ask Blizzard or something. Yeah, I'd
Right,
probably
right,
say
right.
like, yeah, March
Couple months.
to
Yeah.
late March. Late March, you could probably get out there.
Yeah.
There wouldn't
If
be all
it's not
snow and
raining.
mush.
Yeah, if it's not raining.
And you could probably go to December.
Yeah.
If you get lucky,
Yeah.
I don't know Saskatchewan that well, but they can have some nasty winters out there because the wind just howls across the plains.
All these office parks, man. Everyone's ripping these parks now.
Good.
I don't know if
all
you guys
these
noticed this, but
Americans.
like in streams like that we do, or just streams in general, like during the winter time, videos look so different. Like it's either everything's just like gray and disgusting looking in everybody's videos, or it's
gray and brown.
yeah, or either that, or it's just like people are just reposting like old videos because you can't really fly.
Yeah, that's one good thing about Florida. I'll give them that. They got good flying weather all year round.
Yeah, Florida and California.
I mean,
California and shit. Yeah,
good in Florida, right? It's like hot and humid year round.
Yeah. I guess you can fly any time of the year, anywhere you want.
Yeah,
as long as
sure.
you're tough enough, Like I've flown here in the winter.
Oh
As
yeah.
long as you're bundled up, it's nice. Like it's not bad.
Conformal,
a nice day and
preheat your batteries.
I got out. I got to fly.
Did you get a little sweater for your batteries to make sure they stay warm throughout your flight?
I just put them in my inside coat pockets.
There you go. Yeah.
So they're warm.
No, I just get the hell out of Canada if I want to fly in winter. I go somewhere sick where it's warm.
Yeah, Mr. Taiwan.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a winter house in Taiwan. He winters in Taiwan.
Yeah. Literally. And then the crazy thing too is like winter time in Taiwan is actually like the best time because it's not too hot or too humid. And then but summers and like typhoon season in Taiwan is just raining all the time, so you can't do shit. So yeah.
I think that's like Marcel's end of the country.
Now
typhoon
season.
Oh, look at those. Those are awesome.
What are those? Are they just
statues?
They're just like trippy statues.
Yeah, it must be.
They kind of look like
corporate art.
When I first caught them, it was like wacky waving arm inflatable tube man.
There's a bunch of
I love him.
all over that area.
I want to buy one just so I can fly around a wacky inflatable.
Dude, I've always wanted to have one. I'd put it right in my front yard.
Just gotta find a used car lot. They have.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like mandatory equipment. Like when you sign your business license, you're like, I'm a used car, and they're like, do you have your tube man yet?
Right?
Oh yeah, it's part of the license.
Nope.
Part of the license.
We haven't been able to find one yet. Well, come back when you do.
Hey, were we just talking about Almac too? He just
Almac.
Yeah, we were talking about
Almac.
All this shit about him.
AM32.
Almac,
does AM32 have music?
Does it have startup?
Tell us, please. We want to put what's it called? Rickroll on our friggin' startup tunes.
So what do you guys? What is your music? What's your startup music?
I only have it on one because it's kind of annoying, but I have the Imperial March from Star Wars.
All right.
I have like an old Batman on one drone and something else. I think like the Simpsons on another drone.
Yep. All my BL Heli 32 stuff is the Super Metroid item acquisition.
Super Metroid.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Ooh. We're getting a live demo.
But it's not music, actually, believe it or not. But you guys will hear it.
No, we're doing.
Did you guys hear that?
Talks?
Kind of.
Talks?
Not really.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn the volume up on it. Give me 1 second.
You gonna get talk?
Yeah, it's
one
that's a Fet Tech thing, right?
I like the way you plug
No,
me
it's
in.
not Fed Tech. I don't fly Fed Tech. It's hold on.
Or-
I'll pull it up. I'll turn the gain up on mine. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Round 2.
Qualla's so loud now.
Nothing.
Still too soft to hear.
Like, it was like
Soft, really?
Yeah. Just
yeah.
tell
What's
us.
it say? Just tell us what it
What's
says.
It says KISS 25 amp, D-shot detected, ready.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's so boring.
Super loud. I'm gonna do it one more time.
Hold it up above.
No? Fuck, it's not working. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like
Mic's too
muffled.
directional.
It's weird. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like muffled or something.
Ah, weird. That sucks. I wanted you guys to hear it good. Damn it.
Uh,
But yeah, it's an old ESC, man. It's a 25 amp ESC, but works perfectly fine for me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, shit.
25.
oh,
yeah.
Almac says not yet to the music on AM32.
Didn't want to see
Earlier in chat, Beans was saying maybe not yet, but will very soon.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching the AM32 Discord, and the weekend that the BL Heli 32 announcement went out, like so many people joined the AM32 Discord.
It must have been all hands on deck over at the devs, right?
Yeah.
It must have been
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta get on.
I'm sure that Alka has his hands full.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I can only imagine because every ESC vendor, it's either AM32 or they're going back to 8-bit ESCs, or they're trying Escape 32, which is the other 32-bit ESC firmware.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See or there's I don't know if you guys, Kevin, have you seen the Volterra ESC?
Volterra ESC. I have not. I'm gonna have to go look at it now.
Yeah, but it's another. It's not AM32. It's not BL Heli 32. It's just like its own thing. Although I don't know if it works on BL Heli. I know that it's like the KISS Ultra guys. It's developed by LiveU FPV. If you're familiar with him, he's a freestyle dude. I don't know where he's from. Somewhere in Europe, but yeah,
Excuse me, sorry.
LiveU FPV. He basically teamed up with. Well, I think he just kind of made it and then teamed up with Alexander Fedorov. But yeah, this new Volterra ESC, it's like it's its own thing. It's not AM32. It's not BL Heli 32 as far as my understanding of it. But
He wrote his own firmware.
I think so. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always interested. I'm always curious to learn about new stuff, like finding out about, like, especially like in places that it feels like haven't been touched in a while, like ESC firmware, like prior to this whole BL Heli 32.
Yeah.
Who was thinking about anything other than, for big stuff, other than like BL Heli 32? Like, if you had an 8-bit ESC, there was a little bit of like BL Heli S versus Blue Jay, but
well, it's also like the ugly duckling of our world. Like Betaflight gets all the attention, right? We're always tuning and the newest, greatest things in Betaflight and flight firmware. Right. But then when you get to your ESC, it's just like, slap on BL 32 and forget about it. You know what I mean? Like,
they're like,
it's not really. It doesn't hold people the same way. People aren't really as concerned.
Well,
like, I don't.
It's not as exciting. I don't think.
I don't think of it. Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't have the flash. It doesn't have, you know what I mean, like the same weight. You know, so I bet you a lot of people don't, like me. I never think about it. It's like I couldn't even tell you what version my BL Heli ESCs are on. You know, I just know they're on and they work. I don't need to upgrade it.
Touch them once, exactly.
Yeah, it's like
I think a lot of people are like that too. And now that this has happened, we all have to start thinking about it.
Well, so, if the flight controller, if the flight controller is like the brain, right? What would the ESC be? Like the nerves, or like
the lungs, the muscles?
It's like the spinal cord nerves, right? Like they run to your legs and they make you go, but they don't, like, you only care when they don't work.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about them otherwise. But like, if you're blind, right? Because you've lost an eye, like you've lost an FPV camera, or like you can't understand what you're seeing or whatever, like that's, if your brain's messed up, you're really messed up. And if your legs don't work, you don't walk.
Yeah.
Right. Or if they're hurting, you limp along. Right. So those are really noticeable things. But yeah, like I think your analogy here is pretty apt.
Yeah, it's weird how important the ESC is, but how much we just like, it's in the back of our brains. It's like it's like it's technically
no mind.
Yeah,
like breathing.
Yeah,
You don't think about breathing; you just do it.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, it's in there. It needs to be in there, but I don't. Who cares? Yeah.
Right. For the most part, we don't get excited about new ESC features or firmware features. But Betaflight, we're like, ooh, did you see Betaflight came out and they've got this and this and this? I've never heard anybody say that about BL Heli.
I feel like the last big stuff in BL Heli was the by RPM and high and low.
Yeah.
Well, first it was high and low RPM, and so it would do variable PWM, and then by RPM values for the PWM rates. Yeah, like those were the last big things.
Yeah. I have no idea what any of those things. I just set my ESC to what Riot 9 told me. How do you learn how to do this? Because I'm sure this guy went through a lot of cars. A lot of doors.
How many props did you go through flying FPV? Right, like
true.
Yeah, it's the same thing, just different money scale.
A lot of the cheap props, that's for sure. I don't know about this guy.
Well, like the guy's muffler is like, is just like his exhaust and everything is just.
I don't know how
like
that's even possible.
Maybe it just always is sitting on its side. He has to like get out the other side of the car and then just.
He's got training wheels. He's got hidden training wheels.
It's like NASCAR. It's like biased to lean that way. Like there's weights on the side of the car. Yeah.
Probably. Still, good on him. Who's this flying?
Pretty badass. That's pretty fucking badass.
I went ahead of the videos. Yeah.
FPV.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. It's funny too. Oh, there you go.
Greek in the title.
What? What a dick. What a dickhead. A ghost ride burnout?
Ghost riding donut.
Oh, yeah, but donut, that's right. And what's funny too is like we think we spend a lot of money on our gear. Look at these car guys.
Dude.
Like,
these drifters. These drifters must go through like 2 sets of tires a day at least.
Oh, dude, that was Mike X, dude. So that's a Big Kiss Ultra guy. Actually, he's a big tester and works directly. He's a sick pilot, man. He does some really cool shit.
The most expensive hobby I am aware of right now, and I'd love to hear the bar above this, is racing helicopters, like full on racing helicopters.
Yeah,
that'd be gnarly.
I was talking with
like
Eric from Northwest FPV Park. He was talking about racing helicopters because like the N is like a $50 million Bell helicopter, and then after
real helicopters.
Yeah, real helicopters, proper helicopters.
I thought you were talking about RC helicopters.
No. It turns out Min Chan Kim should own that realm as well.
Yeah.
Right? Have you seen his collective pitch videos he's been doing lately?
Ridiculous,
dude. It's ridiculous. They're ridiculous. But
this video is so crazy.
Is this PDev?
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
This is California, isn't it?
It's in OG,
Oregon.
Oregon. Okay.
Although this may have been while they were out in, I think the whole Oregon crew went out to Beast.
Yeah.
PDev X is an OG, isn't he? Isn't he? He's like one of the.
He's been around. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching some of the Beast of the East stuff, man. It looks like a really sick little event there, man.
Fuck yeah.
In what, Long Island, New York-ish area?
PDev X Rotor Riot guy?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. I know his name.
Damn.
Rotor Riot.
Yeah, this spot is just very giving, freestyle-wise.
Badass.
Just like your mom.
Hey, Dan. That's not very friendly of you, Mr. Zilla.
That's
What are
why
you
he
talking
stands
about?
out
She's a nice-
terrible.
She's a nice lady. I'm sure she'd make me a sandwich.
Nah, I don't think she would, man. I don't think she would.
Ooh, burn.
Oh, maybe she's not so nice then.
Yeah.
Fine.
You know what? Maybe if I'll
Not
talk.
that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
I'm sure she's a saint.
Uh,
Yeah, this is a really cool spot.
Yeah, it's dude.
Somebody needs to like buy this and just make it an FPV park.
this is literally warm up for Rome. Like we're gonna go
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
Colosseum.
right. Arches
like
in
a-
Colosseum or in columns. Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
It almost looks like it's like a cemetery on the inside area. It's like there's like almost like gravestones.
Where-
There's a lot going on in there, that's for sure.
I'm assuming that this place originally had wood floors, and those are piers that the beams sat
Oh,
on.
yeah.
or the heavy machinery on top and stuff.
It's just cool. I love that there's so many gaps and plus all like the graffiti and shit on it is
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nice and clean. It's
Yeah.
it's fun.
Clean.
You're not gonna get tetanus if you have to go hunting for your quad.
no. And you're gonna like you might break a bunch of your drones, but like you're gonna be really happy at the end of the day still.
I definitely want to fly that.
It's
Yeah.
a nice walk to get. Where is it? Do we know?
I don't know. I would love to fly there though.
Just says ripping a
Madrid would
bando
say
in the
you're
sun
not
on the
allowed to
ground.
know.
You're not allowed to know.
It reminds me of Nardwire when he's like, "You're so and so. I have to know. Like, how do you know this?"
Ooh, yeah.
Some
look at that.
juicy,
Bang.
little juicy juice.
This is Swift Duck.
Oh
Yeah, that's why I recognize it. I didn't
Yeah.
recognize it a little bit at first because he usually flies a lot of parking lots. I didn't recognize it at first. And this
That's
is
gotta
like
be
daylight
the-
footage.
gotta be the DJI Action 2. That's my guess on camera.
Ooh.
It looks very DJI Action 2-y.
I want to see somebody 3D in Nevada.
So from what I understand, the Avata 2 like flies worse than the Avata, which was not a wonderfully flying quad. Like it puts out pretty video,
really?
but yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
I was
flown one
seeing
myself.
people's footage, and it's like very
it's wobbly, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching Ken Heron's video that I guess it came up last night or night before last.
Or he's flying through those
he's-
beams or whatever.
Yeah, he's flying through the the like signage that hasn't been put up over the interstate yet.
yeah.
And it looked like a somewhat poorly tuned like a Beta Flight 3.0 quad, right? Way back in the day.
Like Jello? Is it Jello or was
No,
it just
just
a
like
shaky camera?
just like not tracking really well.
Well,
Like just
also,
kind of all over the place.
there, man. Marcel, who's that one guy who? Well, this guy really likes his rolls, eh? Who's that one guy who was flying like the 10-inch Helion stuff? I think, and fuck, I can't remember. There's this one creator on YouTube, but
Nomad.
he was no, not Nomad, but he was testing out the Avata 2. He was actually doing like a range test as far as batteries and stuff, and he almost lost it at one point. But yeah, like the Avata, like the HD footage or whatever, like the actual recorded footage looks great when it's stabilized. But when he would switch over to the California guy, I think Riot 9, maybe basically he would switch over to the DVR. And man, the Avata 2 is like it looks like it shouldn't be like you shouldn't be flying a drone that's flying that shitty.
Really?
Like yeah, I mean, maybe he was in a really windy environment.
Is it because it's so light? You know, like a light quad is always more twitchy.
I don't think it's that light, right? It's not even sub 250.
No,
and
it's not.
I feel like that weight really settles down a quad. You know what I mean? Like good to
true.
know.
It's true. I mean, inertia, right? That's
And
why we like our
it's
throw.
well, it's not really ducted, is it?
Yeah.
It's just open product.
guarded.
It's guarded. I
Yeah.
would call it guarded more than ducted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's really doing ducks so much anymore. I don't think it's all.
No,
I think they're all guarding.
Yeah, it takes away a lot of flight performance. I think when you have too big of a duct. Yeah. But
Yeah, if you can just focus on guarding, it'll be a lot smaller, a lot lighter.
You can take my ducks from my cold dead hands. Nothing settles down a twitchy cinematic build than some ducks.
Yeah. Well, man, because I keep seeing footage from the Avata 2 and it looks pretty damn good. But if it flies as bad as it looks like it flies in the DVR, then it wouldn't be fun to fly at all.
Yeah.
So what does it have post-processing stabilization, or is it all done with the gimbal?
I think it's
does that
both. I
work?
think you can do both. Like you could do gyro flow. It's the same as like the.
That was my next question. Can you run it through gyroflow after if it's gimbaled footage?
Yeah.
Stabilized gimbaled footage but then you'd have to have that stabilization
DJI has it all
along
worked
with
out.
the gyro data.
Yeah, I think DJI has all that shit worked out as far as because it's not perfect. Like they have their built-in image stabilization, but then
I guess if the gyro's in the camera, then
yeah.
And people can load lens profiles and stuff and all that shit. Like I know that it can be.
Yeah. I was thinking it would start multiplying stabilization, but if the gyro's in the camera, it's still recording the actual movement of the camera.
Movement, yeah. Well, and the actual camera itself is on a 2-axis gimbal, and then
so that'll smooth it out a lot, and then the gyro will get the rest in post.
Fuck, this guy's ripping this parking lot.
Yeah, dude. This is
crazy.
some. I think he's in somewhere in Europe, and always ripping this IKEA. Always ripping this IKEA spot, man. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Like that big IKEA sign out there. The other day, I watched him do a dive, but from the top of it, and it's just super tight. It's
all these
Swedish.
Wow. The IKEAs around me don't have such sick features.
No. We have a staircase on the side of ours like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Closest IKEA for me is 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Not making it down there anytime soon.
No. How did you make it through college?
Well, man, the other thing I was wondering is how is this guy always flying there when it's not open? Because aren't they always open?
It looks open.
That's awesome.
Looks open, but not.
That's amazing.
I think they're open. They are open 7 days a week.
Yeah. Maybe he goes on holiday.
Maybe not. But
it could be holiday.
I don't think this is North America.
No, it's definitely not. If you look at the signs, it's a different language.
It might be closed on
IKEA.
Sundays.
It's in Sweden, bro. IKEA's in Sweden.
Finally, a crash after all that wicked good flying.
Do you see that gap that he just shot though?
Yeah,
you can't blame him. That was amazing.
Didn't he do that gap though earlier in the video? He hit that gap.
We just played your video.
Hey, what's up, Swift Duck?
Quack quack.
Swift Duck.
Awesome flight at the park.
Yeah,
we just watched.
A
minute ago. Vermont.
And another duck.
Darkwing
duck.
Ducks are taking over.
Do you know Swift Duck? Do you know Darkwing? Are you guys like the Duck Squad
gang?
Like Huey, Louie, and Dewey. It's Swift Duck and Darkwing and
Mallard Menaces.
Yeah, man, it's weird.
You guys have an Uncle Scrooge?
Oh shit! Oh, look at that quarry thing over there. That looks kind of crazy.
Why is the video chopping? My video is freeze framing on me on this side.
Huh. Yeah, it's doing it in here over here too.
Is it a 60p video? Check the HD quality.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's doing it for me though. That's even worse.
Huh.
But I think we got to raise you funds for a new computer.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Maybe his roommate's on Pornhub.
Not freeze framing right now.
No. Oh, there you go.
Huh?
Maybe it was just buffering. Yeah, it's pretty.
But the thing, the lines showed it wasn't buffering. It was way ahead of us. But I don't know. Weird.
YouTube's been weird lately. I think with all their trying to force ads.
Download more RAM.
Ad blocker.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's doing it again.
At the same spot too. I think it. Yeah, it's weird.
I think it's the video.
Huh.
Because if you look at the timeline's
Yeah, it's got plenty of. Oh, now it's smooth again. There it goes.
Right. That'd be fun to fly one of those.
A wind turbine.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would if they're spinning, those would really mess up your quad if they hit it.
It's part of the fun, though.
Leftists don't want to see those blades not spinning.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I like
Right.
the music.
Yeah, the video game music is nice. It's like the old 8-bit.
Uh-huh.
Right, 9. You making jokes about left-handers?
Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed about doing long range now is how much more attention you got to pay to your horizon level.
Totally.
Like when you're doing freestyle, you're flipping it around. You never once pay attention
You
to
don't care.
the horizon's level. You don't care, right? But now that I'm doing long range, I'm like, oh, how long was I cruising along at 15-degree angle?
So do you turn on any of the horizon things in beta flight? Any of Horizon OSD?
I have not. I've just do it all in Acro.
Okay. Because there's the horizon line.
Oh yeah, like the
right?
like the OSD shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's horizon line, and then there's also the numbers down the side, right? Like I always liken it to the fighter jets from the 80s movies, right? Where they're scrolling up.
I remember turning it on when I started, and I found it was too black. Like it had too much latency. It was too slow and didn't really reflect what you like. For doing freestyle, it doesn't. It was like, what? It's pointing the other way, and I've already done 3 flips since that.
For long range, it's probably good enough. Up and a refresh, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I found when I do
Horizon. Does Betaflight have Horizon hold now or anything like that? They must.
It's got Return to Home, which they call Rescue.
Yeah.
They don't have Horizon Lock or anything like that, do they?
Yeah, I don't think so. No, there's not position hold. And
I mean, the thing is, I find that if I'm doing a long range flight or just sending it out, I mean, if I set my sticks and my throttle, I can basically just take my hands off the sticks and it's going to go in a straight line and it's going to be perfectly level and as long as you calibrate your sticks and make sure they're, make sure your what is it? Your trims are good stuff. Yeah.
This is something I haven't experimented with yet. I don't know if anybody else has in the chat or in the
waypoints.
Missions.
Is that mission?
Oh yeah,
planner?
I have a little bit on with I used to the Mavic or the old Mavic Pro and the Phantoms and stuff. I did it a couple times, but it's a very long, slow process, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty cool.
I think Riot's done it with iNav.
Can you do it with? Can you do it freehand? Can you do it at home? Do the waypoints and then go out there and then fly it, and it already knows which points.
I think so.
Or do you?
I think so.
I think on RG Pilot, I'm pretty sure that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And in DJI stuff, I would expect it's the same way that they have their mission planner software that you do it there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know with the DJI ones, you can while you're in flight, you can be in waypoint mode, and then you can say, okay, boom, clear. Here's one waypoint, then fly a little further. Boom, here's the next waypoint, and then kind of set those up, and then press start, and it'll just kind of do it itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if you can pre-program it before you even fly. But I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah,
you can do it with Google Maps and
Mini 3
that's how they
Pro
do drone shows too, right?
perfection, and the potato.
Yeah, why is it throwing that?
Oh, really?
Potato with a GoPro
That's
mouse.
confusing.
Oh,
That's just his intro.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm curious because, like, as far as I know, with DJI, you have to like actually have the drone on
and up.
to be at the location before you
Yeah.
can set waypoints and stuff, right?
Yeah, because you have to. It's like user defined. Like you have to put it where you want it. Say this is one spot. Boom, move it again. Say this is the next spot.
You should be able. You should be able to do it at home on the internet. Sit in front of your computer. Go, okay. I'm flying over this. I'm flying over this park in this river, like in this video.
I think that
everything
helps.
I want to go from here to here to here. You know, you draw a line.
Yeah.
Dictate your height, and then you
go
to the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the spot and say start. You know.
I think it would be a lot smarter for them if they could pre-plan it. That's what they want from us anyway.
Yeah. Man, I was watching this guy. I saw this guy was flying like a Mini 3 or whatever, but he was getting shot like photos of cars of like a sick like race car while I was driving, but he was tracking the same speed as the car, but he had an ND 500 on his ND 500. Or it was like a 512 ND. So he's going the same speed as the car. He's got like a long shutter speed, and everything is just like completely like motion blurred, except for the car because he's going the same speed as the car, and it looks really sick. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, please do. That's crazy.
Damn right.
Z-Bone says there's a program for DJI called quads called Lychee.
Yeah,
that you can use to use comp at home to fine tune your waypoints. There you go.
Nice.
So there you go.
I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah, that's right. Because Z-Bones did
putting that on my Mini.
Z-Bones did a flight of the property that we have Castle Crash on, and it has like full 360 imagery or full 360 images of like a bunch of different points on the property, so that we could like get our map together and stuff for this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Z-Bones.
Yeah.
Hey Marcel, I just put a Facebook link in the private chat there if you want to pull it up. It's a public post, so you should be able to see it.
I see the picture.
Ooh, this is Colombia.
Yeah, it's just a photo, but
Colombia.
Medellin. Wow, that's beautiful there.
Medellin.
That fog on top was pretty cool.
The Llamas from Medellin.
I see what you mean. I wonder what a shutter speed had to be for that.
Where is this? Where's this link? Are we not showing it?
It's in the private chat there. It said the shutter speed was 1/3 of a second, which is.
I mean, that'll do it, especially if that thing's cruising at all.
Yeah.
40 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. So not very fast, but like for a car, not that fast, but like that's pretty.
Third of a second.
Yeah.
Third of a second.
That is a long time to hold still on that car.
So that's a maximum of 3 frames per second.
3 frames per second.
Yeah. But this is a photo, right? So they're flying at the same.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No, it's a tracking. I thought you were talking about video. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, no. This is a tracking photo. You can do that. You know about cameras.
Yeah.
Come on, you know how to track.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's rad to see it done with the drone.
Yeah.
Slow shutter speed, moving with the subject.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do the last few of these videos and get through the night because we only got 9 minutes left, technically. I mean, I like to stick to a 2-hour if I try to. I'm pretty fucking tired, to be honest.
Yeah, I got to be up early.
Present.
So,
go ahead.
Marcel, I'm surprised that you haven't asked me about the pictures I gave you.
Ooh, pictures.
So
what? Naughty pictures
over the weekend. So on the poster for this live stream, it's like my face, and there's like koosh balls all over.
Oh yeah,
I put the koosh balls all over the place. Yeah. So what's up with the koosh balls? Okay.
So I have one here that I've been playing with. You've probably seen it halfway in frame.
Is it like your what do they call it? Like your fiddle stick thingamajigger?
Yeah. Years ago, I figured out that at work, if I wasn't playing with something in my hands, I would inevitably like dive into work in the middle of meetings, like actually going. It's like going and working on servers or writing code or whatever. And so I needed something that was not a computer to fidget with, and that's started with the Koosh. The Koosh that's there has been retired because they have a finite lifespan. But they sit on my desk, and I mess with them all the time. Yeah, there you go.
Have you tried 3D printing one in TPU?
I have not. I can only imagine that'll be a nightmare. So the way that
would you do that?
Well, the way that these guys work, they're just like they're strands of this stuff, and they're just tied some way in the center.
Yeah.
So like I guess you could
cut the ends.
Print TPU lines out of it.
Loops.
Yeah.
So I've once printed a lion with the hair. And what you do is you print a wall around the lion's head, and you print the lion. When you print the hair, what you do is the walls are the lines that the strand of each piece of hair is from the head to the wall. And then that's how it connects and makes a line. And then you take it and you cut off the wall. And what you do is you take a hair dryer, very low temperature, and you melt the hair so the hair melts and kind of.
I've never seen that.
That's cool.
I got rid of that a long time ago, but yeah, that's how you do that as a 3D print. But that would be hard because there are no.
There's no up, right?
Yeah,
it's like
there's no base. It's just like everything is strands.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3D printing, check this out. Almost ready. Shiny as fuck.
Whoa, that does look really shiny.
Damn, that looks nice, man.
Wow.
One more coat of gloss and then metal treatment.
What's
it called? The powder.
You're chroming it or what?
Gloss black, and then I'm gonna put what's it called? Shit. I'm high.
Shit on it. Oh, gross. Definitely go black instead of brown.
Yeah.
What? Graphite powder.
Graphite powder
to give it some depth.
It'll go metallic, like dark metal, like steel.
Stainless. Look at that go. Nice.
So your other picture that you sent us involves a dog. We haven't seen your dog at all. So what's up with that?
Actually, she just heard. Hang on.
There she
Marcel,
is.
is this you? Is this your flight footage?
Me, no. I don't really share my flight footage on the live streams. I don't know. Some people do.
I think this is North Coast Drone.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been doing some flying, but it's mostly just kind of like testing and just kind of like for the hell of it. So, and I still have so much to edit that like from my trip that I'm not really doing any serious shit right now. But
oh, this is Cheeseburger. What is his name?
One of my two dogs, actually, Colby. This is Colby.
Yes, Colby. Hey, Colby.
They saying hey. We call her. She sticks to me all the time, and so we call her my white shadow. She just follows me all over. I'm hoping to bring her to Castle Crash this year.
Nice.
So maybe if you come out, you'll get to meet her. She is just a super mutt. She's not anything major. We all of our animals have been rescues.
Yep.
So, but she's great. She's always stuck to me. And earlier in her life, when she was a little bit more spry, that picture's a little old now. She would sit on my shoulders.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that in the lower right hand corner of the screen for everybody watching at home. That's that one of the pictures that I sent over to Marcel. Was her standing on my shoulders. He asked for goofy pictures, so he got a goofy picture of my dog standing on my shoulders.
Oh yeah,
nice. I like it.
Dogs
get clicks, man.
There you go.
Riot Yarn. Yes, this is a Teespring t-shirt. This was a super deluxe t-shirt that the graphics fell off about 4 or 5 washes in.
That's
really? With all my Teespring t-shirts.
That's what
I think it's the water here. I think my water here does it too. Like we've got really hard water. Because like I wash it once and it's already starting to go.
I've heard a lot of people have issues with the Teespring printing.
There's some are bad, some are okay. Yeah,
I think in general, like direct to garment, like just like the
the method is
just the press on type shit is not really.
It doesn't stick that well.
No.
You got to get full on
Screen
screen printing in order to get it to stick really well.
Yeah, screen printing will last forever, right? Almost like.
Yeah. So there's a
more expensive though.
I've got 20-year-old T-shirts that still have the screen print on them. You know, but this one, you know, a couple of washes and it's done.
So if you want even less usable screen printing, are y'all familiar with Zach Friedman? Void Star
I saw
Labs?
that. He
3D printed TPU onto a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's single use because you wash it and it immediately comes off because it doesn't stick really well to the fabric.
No.
But you can 3D print your T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I watched that guy. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's one of my non-FPV YouTube regular watches.
Yeah, I have a FPV YouTube, and I have another YouTube channel or our account that's like nothing to do with FPV because I find like I need other content in my life besides drone shit. You know what I mean?
A good one that I rely on is Look Mom No Computer.
Look Mom.
He's an English guy that.
Is that like synthesizers? Yeah. I saw him about 2 weeks ago.
Synthesizers and like historic. Like he restores like old machines and crazy like organs from a church and stuff.
Nice.
And
it's all analog, like analog synthesizers. So like tape reel.
He's got everything.
Echo devices
he's
doing
like phone networks and making music with MIDI and xylophones and glockenspiel. It's pretty cool, but all synthesizer stuff.
A channel similar to that I've been watching a lot of is Vintergarten. You might remember the music video of the machine driven by marbles from almost 10 years ago now.
Oh yeah.
Well, he Martin, the one of the, I don't know if he's lead on the band or what, but he produced 2 more versions of this thing. So he produced one that he calls a failure, and then a second one that he's working on now. And he's going through he's a musician that is learning to be kind of an engineer and do the engineering process, which is just a fascinating journey. Just watching somebody learn that. Yeah, you do mock-ups and you test in small scale and you make things that are that you can break easily. And it looks a lot like what I do at work, and it looks a lot like what we do a lot of times in the hobby. Like we build something and then, this didn't work. This weirdo prototype build didn't work. Let's tear it down and build something else out of it.
Right.
Yeah, there's a guy I watch on YouTube, a Canadian guy. I think he's from the West Coast. It's called 12 Volt Vids. That's his YouTube channel, 12 Volt Vids, and he basically he's basically a repair technician for electronics, but he does everything from old VHS cams or high 8mm cameras and everything in between. And he just does full repairs, and I mean it's kind of transferable for the drone world, but I don't know. He's a channel I really like to watch. Yeah, 12 Volt Vids. He's a cool guy.
Now for something totally not related to drones, but related to you Canadians, eh?
Yeah.
So randomly, I got suggested a few months ago Steve Wallace channel. Steve Wallace is around Edmonton, and he goes kind of all over Canada camping, and especially stealth camping.
Oh yeah, I've seen his stuff. I've seen a few of his videos. Yes, yeah, where he's being sneaky and behind gas stations and shit. And
Yep. He'll he stealth camped outside of a McDonald's drive-through.
Yep. Up in the little hill and the trees behind it and shit. I saw that. Yeah.
He also does regular camping too. Some of his earlier videos were while he was in school for pipe fitting, I think, gas pipe fitting.
Yeah.
And he was it was kind of documenting him staying in a campground over winter in somewhere in Canada, lots of snow, lots of cold. and just kind of showing how he did it.
Oh,
They've been like, I'm not a camping person. My kids are starting to get interested in camping, but I'm not traditionally been a camping person. But like, I kind of am like, yeah, maybe I would like to throw all my phones in a bag and go out to the middle of nowhere for a weekend.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun. It is. It's fun to just disconnect sometimes, man, and just like get
It's
out in nature.
amazing.
Like I don't know. I find the less, like, the more I get away from technology, the more I seem to like almost like my brain switches into a different mode. But yeah, it's I also love technology too, so it's tricky.
Yeah, I mean, I built my career and kind of my life around technology, and so like getting away, like places, like my favorite vacation spots are spots where there is no cell signal, so nobody can actually contact me. And for a significant portion of my career, I've been on call, right?
Yeah,
and had to have my phone on me at all times and connected to everything.
yeah,
And just being able to turn off that entire communication, that line of communication, is just an amazing. It was really, really amazing. It's been a while since I've been able to do that, actually.
Totally. Well, guys, that wraps it up. This is the last video of the night. Thank you all for being here and taking part in the Kevin Sumner introduction.
Hell yeah!
I appreciate y'all having me on.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, thanks for coming by, brother.
Yeah, man.
We've got awesome lineup in store for you guys. We have Bartman Dude next Tuesday. If you haven't heard from him or who he is, check him out. He's a newer pilot. We got to get him some stoke going. Then we have the community hangout on July 2nd, which is crazy. It's already coming up again, round number 6, I think it is. I should start numbering them. But even cooler news is July is shaping up to be quite the month. We have Schizo lined up for July 9th.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Then we have Dan Z, not Danzilla.
Not me.
We have Dan Z.
The other Dan Z.
On the 16th. And then look forward for July 23rd. I just lined up Mr. Hugo himself from True RC. He'll be on the panel. And he's very excited to join us, and we'll be looking forward to that. That's going to be an amazing little chat with him about antennas and all the good shit going on over there.
Very cool.
And yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from a couple other people. I know Camera Brothers doing a lot of stuff right now in the summer. So he's going to get back to us, and as well as CNC Madness. So yeah, look forward to a couple of awesome live streams coming up in the future, guys.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to that, man.
That's
Next
all I have for you.
Nick from CNC Drones sounds like a cool pool.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do like an actual like live from there as well too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's only a 2-hour drive.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Let's do this. Thanks again. We'll see you next Tuesday.
What's up, guys?
Peace out, everybody.
Love you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Have a good night.